Hello, my relatives, and greetings again. Through the Mayan calendar, there's a beauty of a story. It's a story of a journey through a planetary system, our system, solar system. It's a journey through understanding our relationships with not only the elementals of our Mother Earth, but the cosmic biorhythms and cycles and the ebbs and flows, the cycles of the sun, and all that it takes to have life upon this Mother Earth. Because this week begins on Hunoch, one Noch, like one Earth. So a lot of our elders, a lot of people say, "Hey, we only have one Earth. We got one home, and we got to take care of it." So this time it starts to put the story together of our Mother Earth, the wisdom that she carries, the wisdom to co-create, recreate, continue to explore the evolutionary process of life on this Hunoch. And Hunoch will take us to 13 Toch, Oshlachuch Toch. Toch is the gifts. This is what does it take to have a gift? And what do we have to do to make payment for that gift? So Toch is our ceremonies, are how we give thanks to life. So in this week, we will explore how those gifts, as it completes this 13-day week, as the sun passes through a whole part of the galaxy, is that what is it that we can consider our relationship to one Earth, our Mother Earth? What is the wisdom of Earth? What is the wisdom that we need to apply? Because we know a lot of things, but we're not willing to do. We know we gotta turn around our societies, our cities, our whole system, all the systems. They have to be undone, renewed, recalibrated, or whatever we have to do, but they're not functioning anymore. All the systems are not in balance with harmony with Hunoch, with the Mother Earth. And as we are not in balance with her, the Toch, the payment comes in. So we as humanity have a big debt. Toch, we got to pay. We have to make payments sometime. We're going to have to look at, as we make payment, as we bring more in balance with harmony, the gifts will come to us. Because as we go through this journey, we're looking at, in the middle of this week, we're looking at 7 Akabal, the house of light, the house in which we live on Mother Earth. What is our understanding of our house? This house, or my house, my body, or the whole house, as we should look at it. Our house is Mother Earth. And how do we want Mother Earth to be? Like some of our houses, we take pride in them. That are clean, there's order, there's the designated areas for the trash, for cooking, for the bathroom, for, the prayer, for preserving food, etc., etc., etc. How is your house created or designed? And that's how we want to live. And many people don't really care how our house is. So it's trash in the rivers, the lakes are polluted, the air is polluted, we trash the ocean and blah, 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 right? So this is the week to bring consciousness of what what is the wisdom that we need to apply? What is the payment that we need to make payment for and to? And what are the gifts that Mother Earth is giving us? Because right in the middle is Akabal, 7 Akabal, really nice and balanced. The structure of the pyramids, you can see all around. What is the house in which you live? How is it? Is it strong? Is it sturdy? Is it beautiful? Does it have enough light? Does it have enough air and ventilation? What is it? This is the time to reflect. How is your house? How is your body, your house, the house of the brain? The house is your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. How is the heart? How are we in love? How are we taking care of this house, this beautiful altar we have, as we call it, body, in which the soul is housed right now. The soul, the spirit that doesn't belong in this world. It comes through, has experiences, and then it leaves. When we die, which we're all gonna die, this house has to be left behind. But while we're on it, while we're inside of it, can you see from the back of your eyes with consciousness of a spirit? And then reflect upon, how is our house? Are we feeding it? Are we taking care of it? Are we healthy? Are we joyous? Do we walk on the woods? We run? Do we swim? Do we keep it in shape? Is it strong, or it's a mess, like some of us? And so these are the considerations of this whole week, is our relationship with Mother Earth, so that our wisdom is applied, so that the gifts will come instead of payment, instead of karma. We are creating dharma. The Maya just has one word for those, toch. What do we pay? What do we make payment for? And what are our gifts that are given to us? So that after 7 akabal, 8 kat. So we know now how is our house. Then we want to say, okay, how do we connect from my house to your house to all the house? And that's how the wisdom, the collective consciousness, travels through thought forms, feelings, emotions, frequencies, sounds, expressions. And so a very important week, this whole how is our thoughts are related to the collective consciousness? Are we sending out feelings of joy and love and forgiveness and of peace and harmony? Are we following our intuition to become one with all things? It's coming right now. It's requesting. Because whatever is not in harmony and balance, the mother is starting to shake already. We see the fires here all over the world now. Fires of purification. The earth wants to shake off that which is no longer needed. Could be the cities, could be the towns, could be us, could be all kinds of things. And so kat comes in. Wakshaki kats, the 8 nets, the 8 threads, the 8 connections, like the internet. This way we're talking is one kat. 8 of them is that we're communicating, that we're sending feelings, our prayers are felt in the collective consciousness. Not just on the human mind and feelings, but with the earth, with the elementals, with the supernaturals, with the other relatives we call. The 4-leggeds, the winged ones, the ones who live in the ocean, seen and unseen, known and unknown. We are collective, connecting through this week. So have good thoughts. Look at your relationship to Mother Earth. Look at your house and see how your house is linked up to the network of electricity. Is a whole web of electrical wires all over. Maybe you have a line phone or a cell phone. This is another network. The piping, the water comes into your house. This is another network. The sewage is another network. This is how things function. You can't just poop in your kitchen, and you can't cook in the bathroom. So, it starts to see the order and how things are in relationship in your house. So we start looking at the nets, the networks in which we are connected with. Well, how did you travel to and from, let's say, work and home? Well, there's a whole network that you have to follow the law. It's the roads. The roads have lights, traffic lights, they have stop signs, it's got entries to freeways, exits, it's order. Because if we didn't have all that, those laws, physical laws, emotional laws, spiritual laws, traffic laws of what your relationship to the whole network is, then it'll be more of a chaos. It's amazing to see, let's say, when you're on the plane and you look at a city at night. You see the lights going one way, you see the red lights going the other way. You see like, wow, millions of people down that city, and it's functioning. Underground sewage and water in, gas in and out, electrical, water, telephone, and I don't know what else they got going, but it's a whole bunch of networks. In the spirit, relationship is also a bunch of networks, infinite networks of relationships. So become aware of your wakshakikat. What is your relationship to the connectiveness of life? Because a couple of days later after cut, the 10 Kemeh comes in. Before we get to receive the toch or the gifts, or we're going to make payment, Kemeh sits there and is like, oh yeah? If you're not functioning, then the earth don't need us. If you're polluting and destroying, maybe I'm going to have to take you out. The 10 Kemeh is like, who are we and what are we in this earth and what are we doing to it? And there's a lot more depthness to this story, but this is where we're going to leave it, because this is a very beautiful, important, awesome week to bring consciousness of our relationship, or like a disease, a virus, it needs to be taken out. It needs to be destroyed. If the gifts, if we're all in good relationship with them, the Kemeh comes in and says, well, I will help you evolution. I will help you regain more conscience and adapt to the natural and frequential changes that are happening from the sun, from the moon, from the planets, from Earth, our Mother Earth as well, from each other, in ourselves, as we grow, as we get well, as we not get so well, as we, the body starts to give out, we got to readjust to this wakshakikat, to the eikat. What is my relationship now that I was 20, okay, now 30, and then I'm now 60. Well, the body gives a toch. If we took care of it, man, we should be in good shape, enjoying this time of wisdom is starting to apply. Our bodies are healthy. We're enjoying life. But if we didn't take care of our bodies, we partied out, we did this, we did that, we didn't take care of things, the toch, the payment comes in. Then we're not healthy, then we're struggling, then it just keeps going down the drains and more and more and more and more. And so sometimes we can catch up again. We can heal it. Oh man, in my 40s, 50s, I was having a hard time because I didn't take care of my things. The taste of success. I was working so hard, man. I was doing this. I was hustling. Well, most parts of my life took a toll. People will say. Now I'm sick. Now I got to recuperate, and that taste of success is not really that good taste anymore. So you got a beautiful house, bunch of cars, a boat, and now like, oh man, it's just a pain to take care of, maintenance and insurance and whatever, all kinds of things starts to reflect, and you say, I want my life maybe more simpler. I want to focus on my health. If I don't have health, I can enjoy nothing else. All the money I made, all the bank accounts, all the degrees, whatever, don't mean much if you don't have health, if you don't have peace of mind, if you don't have the spiritual nourishment that the body and the mind needs. So this week, very powerful. And it will reflect like this, Kemeh is like waiting right at the other side of the street. You got to cross it. It's time to cross, and it's going to ask you some questions. You've been taking care of the gift I gave you? Yeah. Well, no. Look at you. Look at all the addictions you have. Look at all the turmoil, all the fighting you have with your relatives. Look how many people you hurted to get up the ladder in this society. As a society, the Kemeh, there's I gave you clean water, now what you do with it? I gave you a beautiful earth. Now what? You're going to give it to me like that? You got payment to do. So there's a lot to reflect on the sacred week of the Hunoch to the Oshlahutoch. Let's claim our gifts. Let's shift those eras, those years, those centuries of disrespect and destruction to our Mother Earth, the pollution of our bodies, our minds, pollution of our environment, the hardships that we created with each other. Can we fix it up in time? Because now nature is activated. It's moving forward to cleanse all that is not needed. So we got to start looking as, am I in a place where I can be sustainable? Do I have water? Do I have earth to plant my food? Do I have a place to be at peace? Do I have a place where I don't get bombarded with cell phones and frequencies of all, and like in the cities and the noise and like all the pollution and all that? It takes a toll. And there's a payment for all that. So may we find a journey of wisdom, the Hunoch, so that we can find the solutions to become one, to be at peace, to be in harmony with all our relations. So I'll see you on the other side. Aho.